worker storms out gate crash in the auditor's chute, barking stop filming and speed dialing cops. In 43 seconds, we get the classic playbook. Private citizen create imaginary law. Then weaponizes police time. Note the barriers up. Security theater with the curtain already raised.
Filming.
I don't care if you're doing filming. I've asked you not to film this building.
Yeah, but it was a little building.
I don't care.
It was a little...
Okay, they're on their way to see you now, right?
Well, what about my drone?
I don't care about your drone.
Yeah, but I've come
no
along...
permission to film this building.
I've come a long way on my bike.
I don't care.
I go round, I take like videos and drone footage, and I put them on the World Wide Web.
Yeah, but you've had no permission to come onto this site, and you were filming on this site without permission.
No, I only come on the site to knock on the door, but I think you came out, didn't you?
But you've been videoing on this site without permission.
No,
right?
I came through.
I watched you.
No, but I came through.
I watched you.
But there was no barrier down. If there was a barrier down, I wouldn't have come in.
A barrier tells you it's a secure private premises, yeah?
Well, it wasn't. It's not secure.
Enter officer parrot, regurgitating corporate script before checking statute. Move on. Don't record. Flies out her mouth faster than lawful basis enters her mind. She gives us textbook evidence of institutional capture. Public servant moonlighting as HR bouncer.
Getting into it because the police, they just said they see you through the window and they're coming over to see you.
Yeah, but I'm only doing a little video.
Oh, no interest in me.
What's your name, sorry?
I didn't give my name.
What's your name?
I don't need to give you my name, do I?
Well, at the moment, we've been called. I don't know if you know anything about Concordia, but having had a chat to the manager here, it's quite a secure building, all right?
Yeah.
You're not allowed on there. That's come from him.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's politely asked you to move on and obviously stop recording because of the nature of the supplies and the goods within the site.
Barrier gate collapses when the auditor demands proof of trespass. Officer pivots to toilet trespass mythology. Yes, asking to use a loo now equals criminal entry. Watch her drown in her own fabrication, while the cameraman calmly cites the airspace he still owns.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what the company is because I got it off the internet.
There we go. So in this situation, the best thing we can do is just ask you to move on. All right. Not record. Obviously from here, they're asking you not to do it. Right. At the moment, he's saying that in the building and the business itself, they do obviously supply quite high secure goods across the world on flights. And at the moment, it's just not appropriate. And obviously, that's where we are with it. Okay. Now, in terms of what we're going to do as police, is we're going to do the same. We're just going to ask you to politely move on, just to obviously prevent any breach of the peace. Just to move on, go on your push bike and go and film a different place that is going to allow you to do that. Okay, and then it's just going to be end of sport. We will leave you to it. Okay, ultimately what we could potentially be facing is that if you're going to refuse to do that and allow for this business to move on with their day, we could be looking at other things then, couldn't we? Because what's happening here is this company now have had to send out managers and staff to obviously come and deal with yourself, and they're just kindly asking you, can you please stop filming?
Yeah, but I'm doing photography in a public place. I'm allowed.
What they're saying is,
I'm allowed.
You by all means,
I'm allowed.
Go the other side of the road. Obviously.
That's what I said I was going to do. I said I'm going to be over there.
Yeah.
Over there on that footpath.
You've asked to use their toilet. You're not allowed to do that.
No, I'm not going to.
You've asked to go in and have a tour. You're not allowed to do it. Okay. There are rules in life that you have to follow.
No,
right?
I said to him.
For you to ask where the toilet is, if I can use the toilet, can I come in and have a tour? It's a no. All right.
No, I know you said no. That's no problem. We're not going to get into it.
I'm not going to. I'm not. And stuff.
I just asked him. I said, look, any chance I can use your toilet? He said, you must be joking. I said, fine.
Yeah.
I said, as I'm here, would you like me to guide you tour? I've got high vis. He said, no. I'm happy with that.
Right.
But I just want to go on a public footpath and do my video and a little bit of drone footage.
He's not going to. He's not going to allow for the drone footage.
He doesn't own the airspace, officer.
But the problem is that as the manager, he's being quite respectful and polite to you, isn't he? And he's just saying, please sir, can you not do this, all right? Obviously, he knows a lot more.
Proximity paranoia episode. Police HQ is right there, no drone. Cue the world's weakest air law argument. Being near cop shop apparently creates DIY no-fly zone. Auditor whips out CAA app. Officer whips out vague dread. Science beats sentiment in real time.
Than me and you about this company, all right.
Yeah,
and he's saying that in the building itself, it's obviously quite a high secure place where they provide goods and materials to put on flights to travel. Right?
I'm allowed to photograph in a public area.
I'm not saying you're not allowed to photograph.
I'm allowed.
Go over there then.
That's what I said I'll do.
Make yourself sparse. Obviously, take photos and stuff.
Yeah.
But please don't go putting a drone up. We've got our headquarters there. That's our police headquarters. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No.
Right. That's our police headquarters there for Gwent Police.
But I'm not doing Gwent Police.
So,
I'm doing.
But obviously, as you can see, there's only a matter of meters between these buildings. Okay. So Concordia, they're obviously quite a high secure building. We've got our premises there as Gwent Police.
But I'm allowed. I'm allowed to do my drone footage. I'm allowed to do my drone footage.
Threat level Karen. Let's not make this difficult. Translation. Exercising rights equals attitude problem. Our guy volleys with pace knowledge, exposing her empty holster. Classic carrot stick routine, except the carrot is imaginary and the stick is rubber.
CAA they have different zones in the UK. They have like red zones and
I'm not
amber
a drone
zones.
officer, but I can certainly check with a drone officer if that's where we're going to get to.
Yeah.
However, I feel that that's a little bit unnecessary for now. All right, and I think that what the best option here is just for you to obviously move on as you've been asked by a couple of people now. All right, just move on, get on with your day. And
this is my day. I'm allowed. I'm not being.
Like I said, just go across the way then, and obviously.
Yeah, I was going to go across
across the way there. There's many other buildings on industrial estates that you can use.
Yeah,
that you can photograph.
I will do them, but I was here, and what you're telling me is that because he don't like it,
it's not a case of him not liking it. He's the manager, isn't he? And what he's saying is that because of the nature of the materials and the goods that are inside of this building,
but it's not unlawful to do photography. It's just a public place.
It's not. Again, with that company, the company are asking you not to do it.
I'm allowed though.
Let's not be awkward.
No.
Let's not make things difficult because otherwise they're going to end up difficult. Okay.
Why?
Well, because of obviously the sort of attitude that you're giving.
I'm not. All I'm doing is exercising my rights to film in a public area.
But like I've just said, the company are saying to you, you're not allowed to do it. Please don't do it because our business has things in there that we don't want publicised across the internet and stuff.
ID demand escalates to bogus arrest scare. You could be missing, wanted. She's fishing for name and birth date with no bait, no hook, no law. Auditor's polite refusal spotlights how friendly inquiries can be velvet-coated coercion. Never volunteer what you don't owe.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm also exercising my rights, lawful rights as a citizen in England and Wales. I'm allowed to take photography in a public place unless...
Photography is different to drone though.
No, that's my first point. My second point is I'm allowed to put a drone up over any place unless it's in a flight restriction zone. And I've got a CAA app that tells me I'm allowed. And you're telling me I'm not. Now that's not lawful. If you stop me, if you prevent me from doing that,
you're completely confusing what I've said. What I've said to you is that business are asking you not to. All right, they don't want you doing it. So can you not just respect that and be, respectful towards everybody involved here and just please just take your photographs, but they just don't want to drone up, okay?
But I am being respectful. I mean, I'm not getting into an argument or any conflict with you guys, but I am allowed to put a drone up, and you're saying, well, be respectful to them and don't put one up. But I'm allowed, and it's my right. It's my right to put a drone up in a public area. It is. If you tell me. If you tell me if you're going to arrest me if I do it, then what I'll do, I won't do it, but I'll go to my lawyer because I'm allowed and I know my rights and the rights are that you're allowed. The law says that you're allowed to take photography, including drone footage, in a public place.
Okay, what's your surname, please?
What?
What's your surname, please?
I'm not giving my name.
You're going to refuse to give details now, are you?
Well, unless you threaten me with some sort of arrest.
I'm a police officer, sir. Yeah. I don't threaten anyone.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't threaten. So
you're not going to threaten me with arrest if I don't give
Certainly not a threaten.
Okay.
I can use laws and powers, but but it's certainly not a threat.
But I've not done nothing wrong. I've got
ultimately what happened here is that the police have been called, right? And I'm now having to deal with you as a person. Therefore, I'm asking for your name and date of birth.
She retreats with a chirpy thanks by pretending civility wasn't shredded. Narrator lands a knockout recap, itemizing every overreach. Remember this face-saving exit next time a cop claims, just doing my job. Sometimes the job is saving ego, not enforcing law.
Why?
Because you've been involved in a call that I'm actually dealing with.
Yeah, but I don't have to give it. What? I mean, I don't understand why.
So then, if you're not going to give details, then I would strongly advise for you to just move on. Because at the moment, you've got 3 units here that are obviously dealing with you. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I know,
right?
but
I need to know who you are.
No, I'm a member of the public.
Yes, I appreciate that.
And I'm doing a lawful act. I'm doing photography and droning.
So why are you not, at the moment, you could be missing, you could even be wanted, right?
Yeah.
And ultimately, as a police officer, we have the right to take you to custody, to identify who you are, if you do refuse to give details. You've been involved in a call, all right?
No, but
you've been involved in something that the police have been called for. So as a police officer, I'm requesting your name and your date of birth.
Yeah, but under what section? I don't understand. Under what section are you asking for my name and date of birth? Because I'm legally, and I don't want to go into civil law, into unlawful arrest and unlawful detention here. But if we go down that path, you know, we don't want to. I don't want to go unlawful detention, unlawful arrest, unlawful giving of my details, because that all goes.
It's not an unlawful giving of details by any stretch.
Okay, well, if you felt that I've committed a crime, then you know, or there's a section under PACE,
I just feel,
and I know PACE very, very well. If you want to try and, you know, determine my name and address, I'd like to know.
I think you're just being extremely difficult and challenging, and probably quite awkward at the moment.
I'm not. I'm exercising my rights.
It's just a little bit awkward when a person is obviously not just cooperating, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to do my job.
I know you are, but
we've been called because you're obviously causing some.
I was going over there.
But you're not, sir. I found you just here on the pavement, okay?
In a public road.
Right. You're up against the barrier.
Well, I'll happily go over there and do my drone.
Go over there then. When you're refusing to give something as simple as a name to a police officer, obviously it comes across quite awkward, and that's probably my personal opinion of it. Okay, and it's just sometimes it can make it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. In there, they do high security goods, and that's why they're saying as a business, please don't do it. But as a police officer, obviously you don't want to, go down. We don't want to be causing any further issues for you. Okay, so just please respect what's been said. All right.
Thanks, officer.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.